Hi, it's me again with Corel Draw Tips and Tricks, and somebody sent me this photograph. It's blurry off of a video, and I've already done it. It looks pretty cool, but after I realized I didn't do it exactly, this one is going to be a lot cooler. It's like sweeping, where mine are like loops. But I thought I'd go ahead and make a video because this is pretty cool. So just take a rectangle, doesn't matter really what size, and then go up to with your ratio lock, go ahead and do like 3. Now we want to have it like a certain dimension, so we're going to lock our ratio and we're going to make it 7 inches tall. Now we're going to take and go to effects in contour the outside a 1/2 inch. So we have that. Now we're going to take it and go to object and break the contour apart. So we have a 1/2 inch gap between there. If we take the parallel dimension tool, we have a 1/2 inch space. So we want our item to have a 1/2 inch space between the next one. So we're going to change our nudge factor to 0.5. We're going to Control D and make a duplicate of this guy, and we're going to move it to there. And then we're going to nudge it a 1/2 inch. And then we're going to Control D and duplicate it, and it did it. Now, just in case I accidentally moved it, I'm going to hit T or B. Whoop, they're not grouped together, so it didn't work. So it's even because they're all across the top, and you could bring down an indexing line and see that they're even. But now we need something that's equal. So this is 7 inches tall. We need it to be 7 inches wide. So we're going to unlock the ratio. We're going to go 7 inches. So that it squeezed it in, but it squeezed it in proportionally. And then just I'm going to go ahead and group them, Control G and then Control D, and rotate them 90 degrees. See how easy that was? Now, I always get it's almost easier to have, and you can do this without, but for the video and me talking, I'm trying to do some things and I don't always. So anyway, take away some lines. We don't need any of these lines that are through the middle of it. Any of these lines. And I find it's less confusing if you have these other lines out of the way when you're doing this, because we're not going to use these lines. We're not going to use any of these lines. And matter of fact, we're not going to use any of these outside lines. So I'm going to delete them. It makes it a visual picture, at least for me, to be able to see what's going on. You just don't want to delete too many. You don't want to go up in here because we're going to do that. Now we're going to take the Smart Fill tool. Well, no, we need to delete. So we need to start somewhere, and we're going to start right here. So if you go, this is called under and over. So we're going to go over with that first one. And then we need to go under the next one. So we need to delete this. So since we're under there, we need to go over here. And since we're under there, we need to go over here. Now we move down to here and just kind of follow, just follow my lead here, and we're going to go through here. We're just doing the opposite each time. Then we're going to come around and hopefully do the opposite again. So if we cut vertically, we're going to cut horizontally the next time. See where it's going there? And then on this side, we're going to cut out these lines, this line, and these lines. Now here's where kind of the neat part to me comes in. I see one more line I didn't delete, and it's right here. Everything else looks good. Now, take and set your Smart Fill. We got 7 inches, set your Smart Fill or your nudge distance on 8. Because you kind of going to need this to make it work well. Fill that in and nudge it over. And if you kind of do this in an order, you can kind of see it happening And if you mess up, you don't want to put it in there twice because it could mess it up a little bit. I'm trying not. Okay, we got them all. Now here's the key, and why we smart filled them. Because now we can left click, right click, and we've got different pieces that the contour tool work. See, it's not highlighted. I've got them all, but I need to group them together. And then when I do this, this will come up. I'm going to contour them like 0.05. And as we learned all together the other day, that worked out beautifully. You don't have to smart fill them again. Go to Object, Break Contour Apart, and then just try to grab the inside one and do that right there. Then instead of, like I used to take the smart fill tool and fill that in, but if you'll just fill that in and actually take away your outline, you've got that shape. Pretty cool. You know, it looks like it's interlocked, but I'm gonna, later tonight, I've got somewhere to be tonight. I'm gonna try to make this one that shouldn't be any harder. It's just moving stuff over. Anyway, I hope that helped a little bit. Thank you for watching.